Back for another day in Dragon Age Inquisition, and as always, we're going to start with the war table. And we have a lot of catching up to do with the people around Skyhold after the last story mission. We haven't talked to everybody around here in quite some time. I like to do that after a main story mission, because that's usually when they change your dialogue, most of the time. Okay, let's see if we have an upgrade to the throne. Oh, man, it's hard to come by. Okay. Got some more gold. Samson to Skyhold for judgment. Okay, we're starting to get these down. Research the Well of Sorrows. Who's best suited for that? Scholars. They're well funded. I think I'm going to go with Josephine on that one.
Let us begin. You're concerned.
The consequences of drinking from that well. Never mind.
I just don't even know what to do anymore. There's so many. Okay, let's just keep here and then just go up the map, I guess. Cloth, leather, resources. It's completed. Celine and Michelle. Okay. Very heartwarming, but Celine could have found Michael before now if she had a mind to reconcile. No, she is playing for something more, and we will not be drawn into her game. Test her resolve. If she wants a reconciliation, let her make it public. Colin is like, sure, fine, no problem. She can't participate. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. Do I send Celine? Let her make it publicly, or sure, go ahead. The Empress knows that has joined the Inquisition and sent seeking a secret reconciliation. You know what the heck, I'm just gonna send Colin.
To work?
Whatever. You know what? No, let's go for it. I hate to do it, but let's go for it again. Let's see if we can get another upgrade for the throne.
Inquisitor.
Go get it. Okay. Not yet, John. We just started just going through, like I always do at the start of every day, and go through the war table operations, and now we're going to go around and talk to everybody in Skyhold. And I'm going to save before I do that. So, let's go talk to Josephine first. She's right here.
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
I pray I deserve it.
If it's true, may the Maker judge me worthy of the honor.
And there is the modesty people respect. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
You're a good friend.
You've always been there for us, Josephine. And for me.
It means much to hear you say that. Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
Wow, thank you. Anything else?
A pleasure.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Okay, our guess?
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
The Navarran minister was greatly impressed during his visit. Considering I've never seen him smile before, we should consider it a coup.
What brightened the minister's spirits?
I believe he finds something romantic about our attempt to slay Corypheus' dragon.
But not Corypheus?
He's more impressed by a dragon than the ancient Darkspawn controlling it.
It holds a certain cachet for Navarrans. Their legends are full of heroic dragon slayers. Cassandra's family features heavily in them.
Okay. Sure, whatever. We do have a judging to do, but I'm gonna hold off on that for right now. Save before each talk.
Inquisitor?
Talk to Varric.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this. We went to an ancient rune where you consumed a pool of elfiness, and then walked through a mirror, and wound up back here. Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy? I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Okay. Well, I think we've talked about all this already.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Yeah, see, I don't have anything here, so
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
nothing new with him. Solus?
I wish I had been with you at the Temple of Mythal. I could have warned you.
Warned me?
You gave yourself into the service of an ancient elven god!
Meaning?
What does that mean exactly?
You are Mythal's creature now. Everything you do, whether you know it or not, will be for her. You have given up a part of yourself.
Why does this bother you?
You don't even believe in the ancient elven gods.
I don't believe they were gods, no, but I believe that they existed. Something existed to start the legends. If not gods, then mages. Or spirits. Or something we've never seen. And you are bound to one of them now. I suppose it is better you have the power than Corypheus. Which leads to the next logical question. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
I'll restore? Restore.
I'll use whatever power I have to undo the chaos that Corypheus and his allies have caused.
You would put things back the way they were before.
Yes. I mean, not exactly.
I know what you mean. Thank you.
For what?
You have not been what I expected, Inquisitor. You have impressed me. You honor the past and work to recover what was lost, even if the cost is high. I respect that. And I am indebted to you for the reminder. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power, that at least we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
Oh, thank you, I guess.
Thank you, Solus. We couldn't have done this without you.
You are welcome.
Well, the reason, John, why I don't bring Solus with me is because we're both the same powers. I'm an archmage, he's an archmage. There's no point in bringing two archmages. Let's see if he's got anything else to say. Nope. Well, he might say something new about
I
Corypheus.
need to know more about Corypheus.
You have waylaid all his other plans. Now, as a petulant child, he will destroy the game board rather than admit defeat. Be ready for anything. He still believes himself a god, and gods do not fall gracefully.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Sure, whatever you say. Now let's head upstairs. Talk to Dorian and maybe drop off some research. Dorian.
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking. I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive. All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
What brought this on?
How does this relate to the Elven Temple?
You encountered ancient elves. A piece of history. Something the Imperium didn't destroy. Maybe my people can atone for what we've done. There is something still left to restore. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds, so can I.
You could do great things, I believe that.
Someone with your impeccable taste could transform Tevinter.
I hope you're right. You usually are. It might surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me.
Aww.
You're shaping the world, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Aww, he's sweet.
Blackwall? He does seem quite the man.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing, there's just a whole lot of him. Birdie must be warm by the fire. Good on you.
I should go.
He likes Blackwall. Oh, wait until I tell him. Tom, wait until I tell Tom Blackwall. There you go.
The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
Okay.
I should go.
I just wanted to
Try
make
not
sure he
kill
didn't
anyone without me.
have anything else. Because that was quite funny. Fiona?
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
Yeah, I said all that. Everything okay?
I trust everything is well with the mages.
Most are pleased with the Alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
Okay, carry
I'll
on.
leave you to it.
See, no, this ain't the table. No, we removed everything, okay.
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Oh, not another war table mission. Wonderful.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
Okay.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Well, let's, go see Vivi, I guess. I know I'm saving a lot, but I just in case.
For me to suggest a training adjustment.
What are you? Who are you, and what are you doing up here anyway? Commander Helene. I don't remember you.
Inquisitor.
I have no idea who that is.
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you. You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine.
One of our own may be divine.
They want Leliana and Cassandra as candidates.
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence the Grand Clerics. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have grace, charm, and a will of solid steel. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
What platform do you support?
What would your ideal divine do with her power?
The most important thing, of course, is the restoration of the Circles and the Templar Order. The institutions that have protected Thedas for ages must be rebuilt, and the malcontents utterly crushed. We cannot allow anarchists to threaten the lives of the innocent. After we have restored sanity to the world, there will be time to address voices of dissent.
Where else can we look?
Where can we find candidates outside of the Chantry? There must be someone other than Leliana or Cassandra.
The Chantry is already desperate. They would not look to unordained women if they had any choice. You may have better luck searching the halls of the Imperial Court. There are many women serving the Empire who have the necessary presence and acumen.
I don't think Liliana would make a good divine, honestly. She's too blood-crazed or something. I'm just gonna say I agree.
I think Cassandra would be best for the job.
Cassandra is our only hope of restoring order after all this chaos. I knew you would see it as I do. We will have to be very mindful of everything we do and say, for the Conclave certainly is doing the same. If they look to the Inquisition to provide a sign of the Maker's will, we will have to give them the right one.
Another war table mission. Holy cow.
It's been quite the momentous day, hasn't it, my dear? How do you feel? It's not every day one absorbs ancient elven magic.
Getting used to it, I guess.
It was strange at first, but I think I'm all right now.
Good. We can't have you falling to pieces on the eve of such an important battle. The pieces are nearly in place. We'll soon strike against Corypheus directly. You've done well. I will be proud to fight alongside you when the time comes.
Aww.
Inquisitor, what can I do for you, darling?
Okay, that's everything. There was nothing out here, was there? I don't think so. No. Pop in. We need to go upstairs and talk to Liliana. I hope she doesn't ask me about the divine stuff. Because I really think Cassandra is better than her. I'm not saying that she's a bad person or anything, just...
I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me.
Uh-oh.
Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
What would you do as divine?
If you were divine, what would you do?
Change things. Change everything. Your support of the Mage Rebellion was a good start. We must build on this. No more circles. The mages will be free. The Chantry will accept them as the Maker's children. In fact, it will accept everyone. Elves, dwarves, even Canary. Why exclude them? The Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
God bless it, the one thing I didn't want her to ask me. I mean, what she says is nice, but I don't know. She almost killed one of the priestesses, you know? I'm gonna support Cassandra. I'm sorry?
I don't support this. There are better candidates.
I see. Then I should be glad it's not up to you. It's time for change, Inquisitor. The Grand Clerics know that. The Chantry was a beacon of hope to me once, you know. In my years at Lothering's Chantry, we turned no one away from our doors. It was a refuge, a place of peace. I felt the Maker's presence and his love even when they told me he'd left us. This is the Chantry I know. The Chantry I wish the world to see.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is, you'd have to do what you're saying, which you don't ever do. You're an assassin. You know, stab people in the back type stuff. But it would be nice what she says.
The world could certainly use the force for good you describe.
Yes, the Chantry should be a force for good instead of what it is. The Chantry dictated where it should have inspired. It spoke of judgment instead of acceptance. It should encourage the good in everyone, rather than rebuke us for our sins. No one should be turned away from our doors. No one is without worth. Whoever you are, whatever your mistakes, you are loved, unconditionally. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame.
Wow. She's getting freaky. She's almost freaking me out as bad as, what's-her-face, Morgan.
So if we kill Corypheus, he has the power to move from one tainted creature into another?
Apparently.
What we will learn next? That he can command the sun to rise or the seas to burn?
We'll find a way.
No matter how powerful he is, there's a way to defeat him, and we'll find it.
I hope you're right. I have researchers scouring the Temple of Mythol as we speak. I hope that their search turns up something we can use. Ancient magic, perhaps. Something even Corypheus missed. Anything to give us an edge.
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
It's been a long road, but we're nearing the end. With Samson gone, the Red Templars are scrambling.
Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
Kind of scary. Let's head out to the garden. We need to pick the herbs there anyway. The revered mother. Yeah, I needed a ton of this stuff. Let's see. I think I'll just keep, well, I need a ton of this stuff too. Was it that? Aria? I think so. Wrong one. There we go. Nice. The guy that's always here is not here. Whoa. Who are you? Okay. Elaine, what's her face?
Good, Inquisitor. I am glad that issue has been resolved.
You're a city elf.
I take it you're a city elf, not Dalish.
It's not a useful identifier. I am an elf. I was raised away from the Dalish. No, I do not know their customs. Perhaps that wasn't immediately obvious. It's of little concern. I have skill enough to be evaluated by what I can do. My associates appreciate my work.
Okay. Where did you study?
Where did you receive your training?
I studied with Adan after he left the service of the King of Ferelden. Well, when the king was no longer there to serve. Our College of Associates tends to meet informally. I've since been fortunate enough to serve various heads of state. They are all as good as another, truth be told. My skills and contacts are better suited to more imminent need.
Okay. Colleague, help us.
Are there others who could come to Skyhold?
They are helping now. I have contacted many of our finest, and their influence is not inconsequential. They are not, shall we say, prone to take the field, but we will be well supplied.
How are we now?
What is your evaluation of our supplies?
We are groaning with resources, a reflection of your competence and inspiration.
Okay, thanks for that.
Of course, Inquisitor.
Let's talk to the revered mother here.
I heard reports of the events at the Temple of Mathal, Inquisitor. It sounds magnificent. I hope we can explore it fully once Corypheus is defeated.
Well, I hope we can too.
The Temple of Mathal held knowledge safe for untold centuries. It would be tragic to lose it.
Indeed. The Maker made the elves, as he did all children of this world. Any knowledge preserved by ancient elves in that temple could help us understand him better. But of course, all that must wait until Corypheus himself is defeated. Was there anything else, Inquisitor?
I think we talked about all this already. Okay, well, will she say anything new about the Chantry now
I'd
that...
like to hear more about the Chantry.
Of course.
Now that we're, you know, trying to pick a new divine, I guess.
There were calls for an exalted march to put down the Mage Rebellion. What was your opinion?
It was ignorant gossip. An exalted march only succeeds when it carries the will of the people. Even then, it cannot be undertaken lightly. People are too easily frightened. We cannot destroy everything they fear. An exalted march is justified only against a true threat to this whole world. It is an offense to the Maker to use it as a political bludgeon, or as a means of spreading the chant of light.
And the March on the Dales?
What about the exalted march that conquered the elves?
That is a hotly debated matter in some circles of the Chantry. The elves had conquered Montsemard and threatened Val Royeaux itself. They were not helpless victims. But even then, Orlais was the only nation to provide troops. It was hardly an exalted march of all the faithful. The Maker wishes his world to spread by example, not by war. We win no converts with blood.
How do you view magic?
What is your stance on magic?
I think we heard this.
Put it simply. Magic must serve man, not rule over him. However, those words must be put into the proper historical context. Andraste led a rebellion against the Tevinter Imperium, whose magisters controlled most of the world at the time. Even then, she never called for all mages to be put to death. She believed in peaceful coexistence.
I don't recall the Chantry being as tolerant of magic as you describe.
No. The Chantry is an imperfect vessel, pulled in every direction by those who would steer its course. Yet the Templars rebelled precisely because divine Justinia was not restrictive enough. Perhaps the Inquisition will find a better way.
Okay.
Farewell, revered mother.
Make her go with you.
Whoa! People teleporting and crap around. This is some magical garden. Holy man.